Good morning. Thank you all for attending our Sunday service. It's good to see all of you here. We'll start with the starting bell. Deacon Juho. If you're able to, please rise for the entering of the minister. You may be seated. We'll have 1 minute of zazen.
Okay, good morning. So we're gonna have zazen for 1 minute. Please put your hands together and brush your bow. Thank you very much.
We'll now have sampai, 3 deep bows to the Buddha. please turn to page 17 for Vandana T. Savannah. You may be seated. Now turn to page 33. For those here, it's on the board. We're going to have Heart of Great Perfect Wisdom Sutra. It's on page 33. Starting from the right, if we can offer incense.
All suffering shall
extend universally to all, so that we together with all beings realize the Buddha way.
All Buddhas through all space and time, all honest ones, bodhisattvas, mahasattvas, wisdom beyond wisdom, mahaprajna, paramita.
On the board is Sanya Shingyo, and it's on page 32. Now we will recite the golden chain. It's on the board, and for those at home who want to recite along with us, it's on page 251. I am a link
in Lord Buddha's golden chain of love that stretches around the world. I must keep my link bright and strong. I will try to be kind and gentle to every living thing and protect all who are weaker than myself. I will try to think pure and beautiful thoughts, to say pure and beautiful words, and to do pure and beautiful deeds, knowing that what I do now affects my life and the lives of others. May every link in Lord Buddha's golden chain of love become bright and strong, and may we all attain perfect peace.
And go to the next page for the pledge. The sensei will lead us.
To the Buddha, who promised to be present in his teachings, we pledge our loyalty and devotion. We dedicate our thoughts, words, and deeds to his service and to the way of life he laid down for us. We resolve to follow his example and to have reverence for our religion, respect for all parents and teachers, and love for all forms of life.
Thank you. We'll let the sensei get ready for our countdown. The author is going to be on page 172. We are truth's disciple. Please rise.
We are to disciples, marching home to peace, with the sword of reason, fighting never cease. Thus our great commander, ignorance harmful to this self-illusion, over in us flow. We are gentle warriors, moving slowly on. We are still pursuing past the master's song. Failures cannot daunt us. Hope is born anew. Knowledge wins the battle. Righteousness is true. Not for wealth or power, nor the praise of man, but a noble conflict that must never end. Kindness rise and vanish, arms will always stand, founded on compassion, feeding truth for man.
Please be seated. We're going to have a Dharma message by Deacon Juho.
Thank you all for coming this morning. Today I would like to talk about karma. Karma is very important. And karma is all over the world, not just in Buddhism. We know that karma is in Hinduism. And when Sakyamuni was born, karma was already there. So it's a worldwide view of karma. And we all know karma. Because we know that if we rob the liquor store, we're going to be in big trouble. And if we go to school and we learn things, we can always get a better position. So we know karma in a large aspect. But the principle of the karma is the same for small things. So I find that most people don't have big problems, but sometimes they have smaller problems. But the same principle is there. Karma is very important to Buddhism. And in the Eightfold Path, there are 3 moral disciplines he talks about. There's right speech, right livelihood, and right action. These are all important. In right speech, there are different things of right speech. One thing about right speech is lying. Lying causes a lot of problems, not just to the people who are lied to, but the people themselves that lie. Because they get found out after a while. And people don't like to hang around with people who lie all the time. Also, the same goes for people that talk stink about other people all the time. You talk bad about people, and pretty soon you realize that if you're not there, they talk bad about you too. It's a habit that they have. It's a bad habit. Also, there's such a thing as bad language, using swear words. When I was in high school in Minnesota, one day I went fishing with some friends, and we went to the Mississippi River. And one of my friends caught this really huge catfish. It was the head was just like that. It's the biggest fish I've ever seen in my life. I was so excited. And when I went home, I started telling my parents about this great big fish I'd seen. And I used a real bad swear word in front of my parents. And I was really embarrassed. So we have to watch using bad words all the time. We get into a habit of doing them. Next we have right action, part of the Eightfold Path. In general, we can say if the action is good for you and good for other people, then it's good action, it's right action. But if the action is good for you but not good for other people, it's not good action. Or if the action is good for other people and not good for you, it's still not good action. So that's general how right action goes. And the next one is right livelihood. Making our living in a way that benefits others. And most of the jobs around all benefit others, whether you're a carpenter, electrician, or whatever. It all is beneficial to others. But sometimes people sell illegal drugs and make their way in a manner that's detrimental to people. And we have to remember, alcohol is a drug too. Not only is it a drug, it's a poisonous drug. And if you drink too much of it too fast, you die. And every year in our colleges, we have binge drinking. And every once in a while, people die from alcohol. So selling alcohol and giving alcohol is not good livelihood. We need to know that. A few years ago, I talked to some a little about noon here about the morality. And they said, common sense. They said, well, it's just all common sense. I live up the street a couple of blocks, and I've been walking around Hilo for 8 or 9 years now, and I see there's a lot of people that don't have a lot of common sense. They could use it. When I became a Buddhist, I had to take 5 precepts, the Panchasila. This is morality. This is in our green book, the Panchasila. Pancha is 5, Sila is morality. Not to kill, not to lie, not to steal, not to commit sexual misconduct, and not to take intoxicant. So I took those 5 precepts and I got my Buddhist name. Later on, when I became a deacon, I had to take more precepts. And it's all about morality. And it's all about morality because of karma. Everything we say and do has result. So there is a couple things about karma that we should know. And one is that there is no escape. I took a class one time in comparative religions, and the teacher was saying, Christians, they can pray to God for forgiveness if they do something bad, but Buddhists have to receive the rewards of their karma. There's no escape. Even though the karma may become soon, or it may become later, or it may become way later. But you have to remember, there's no escape. And you have to know too that just because you do a lot of good things, maybe you do 10 good things, still yet, if you do one bad thing, it has a bad result. Every action has its own result. You cannot build up a storehouse of good deeds that cancel your bad ones. It doesn't work that way. I grew up in the middle of America, and 70 years ago or so, and I never heard the word karma before. After I got out of the Navy, I moved to Los Angeles, and there was a lot of different people in Los Angeles. I became acquainted with Buddhism and karma. And when I heard about karma, I was not sure about it. I was skeptical because I'd never heard about that before. But as I started looking at my life and paying attention to what's going on, I realized that karma really works. And all our actions do have results, good or bad. So hopefully if we all realize how karma works, we'll pay attention a little more to what we do and what we say. Thank you.
Thank you, Deacon Dugo. You know, one of our lecturers told us, karma is not only what we do, what we think, what we say. It's, if you think something bad, that's counted against you already. So your thoughts are really important. Okay, Sensei. Please rise for Shomyo and Sambai.